Welcome to Living a Life by Design. It's the journey back to you and living 365 days of purpose with your host, Esther Graham. Did you know your accountability and possibility is by design? God designed a phenomenal life for you, gave you the gift of choice. Esther helps empower you to discover and pursue the purpose that is already in you. Are you ready to look at yourself and see your future? Then get back to what is really important in life and get in alignment with your true self. Stay tuned to Living a Life by Design. Journey back to you and start living 365 days of purpose with your host, Esther Graham. It all starts now.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Living Your Life by Design. I'm your host, Dr. Esther Graham, and I'm so super excited that you made the choice. You chose to join us today. I'm also excited because we have a phenomenal guest. And when I tell you phenomenal, she absolutely is. Now, I know that you're probably saying to yourself that I always say all of my guests are phenomenal. And you're absolutely right, because every person that comes on this podcast, they are phenomenal and they've got powerful stories and they want everyone. They're all about humanity and pouring and speaking life into all of our viewers. So get your friends, get your notepads, get whatever you need, get your cup of coffee, your water, or wherever you are in the world, whatever you need, join us and be ready to listen to my very special friend, Jacinta Sanchez. Jacinta is a part of our Life by Design community, and I met her a couple of years ago in doing breath work. And it was so good and phenomenal that I decided that I was going to invite her to join my community by coming and serving all of my clients on at my retreats. And she came, and not only did she do breath work and sound healing, right? She also does massages. She is a massage therapist that's none like no other. Not only is it a massage that you're getting, but it's a healing massage that really speaks to everything that's in your body. It's the physical, it's the emotional, it's the mental wellness. Everything is comes through her healing hands. I call it, as one of my really good friends said, she's gifted. And she really is gifted. She's anointed for what she does. When you experience her breathwork facilitation, we've looked at the healing, releasing all of that trauma, years and years and years of trauma. So I am so honored to bring her into my podcast so I can introduce her to all of you, to the world, because what she does is powerful and her story is powerful. So let's welcome everybody. Love her up, heart her up. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, wherever you are, heart her up and just show her some love. And let's welcome Jacinta Sanchez. Hey, Jacinta, how are you?
Hi, Esther. I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me on here.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love-
so excited. Go ahead.
I just love being a part of your whole community and world. You're so amazing. So I'm really
Oh,
honored to be here.
thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I forgot to say, y'all, that Jacinta she was just here in Delaware last weekend for a few days because I asked her to come and work with my leadership team for my early childhood centers. And so she came and she did breath work just about every day. And of course, she also did massages. And can I tell you, once again, they were life changing. And my staff, my leadership team, they're still talking about it. They're like, oh my gosh, she needs to come into my life. She's got to come into my life, and so exciting about that. She also has, by the way, wonderful products that we were all able to enjoy. And so I'm super excited again to share her with you. Jacinta, give us a little bit of your backstory. Tell us like your journey. How did you get to where you are right now?
Okay, so I have always been massaging since I was 8. My mom used to have pinched nerves, so she'd make me get in there and get it and walk on her back and massage her almost every day. So
Yeah.
I always knew I kind of had that touch, and people would get headaches, and I'd go up to them and just rub their neck, and they're like, my headache went away. So I knew that was like a calling for me. So
Yeah.
I went to Nevada School of Massage Therapy. And so I've been massaging now, off and on, but pretty much 20 years.
Yeah.
And I love everything about massage, but to me it's so much more than just like going to get a relaxing massage.
Yeah.
I incorporate mind, body, and spirit into my massage, and I feel that when I give you a massage, I'm very good with my anatomy and injury protocols, sports, deep tissue, lymphatic, but also I feel that everything is manifest into the physical body, your mental, spiritual,
Yeah.
emotional bodies
Yeah. Yeah.
when we're stressed out, when we're overworked, when we're carrying the families, right?
Yeah.
Everything. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I've
Everything.
hurt. And we hold certain energies in our bodies. And so with a massage, with a full massage like I give, um, we're really just pulling everything out. So
Oh,
if you
yeah.
come once a month, twice a month, once a week, you're really getting that reset in your body and
Yeah.
mind
Yeah.
and spirit.
Yeah, and it's so important because I love how you said, first of all, I love how you said, you felt the calling because it really is a calling for you. This isn't something that you woke up one day and said, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to do it." You had a journey, that even before you got to where you are right now, there were some traumas that you yourself had to release from your story and from some past. And I love it because what you're doing you've experienced and you're helping everyone release that physical, release that emotional, that mental wellness, everything. Like I've known people that have come off the table and they were crying. I have one of my clients that when she came off, she said, "Oh my God." It was like I've never experienced that before. Why? Because it just was not a massage. What you talk about going back to your mom and massaging her neck and with the pinched nerve and all of that. But even after that, when you left home, just give us just a little bit about what really pushed you even more. You have a beautiful daughter, and I know
Yeah.
you look at her and but what really pushed you more from your journey and your story, the things that you had to release?
Well, yes, I've had a lot of trauma in my life. And when I became a mom and I moved back to New Mexico, I
Yeah.
was really something about my baby girl. She's a very old soul. She triggered me to start getting more into the healing aspect in the healing world. And
Yeah.
through that journey, I was able to go within and use different modalities to release all those dark times in our soul of trauma,
Yeah.
of going
Yeah.
through those lessons, especially in our 20s and 30s. And, coming from kind of rock bottom and then
Yeah.
using my massage and healing modalities to rise up from that, being a single mother, completely single mother, um, starting from nothing and
Yeah.
just having my daughter be my purpose of everything, of pushing
Yeah.
me, but really realizing the gifts that I have, that there's so many ways to use them. And if I can use these to heal my trauma,
Yeah.
I just have to spread that medicine. So I
Yeah.
really got
Yeah.
into healing, like I'm from New Mexico, so I wanted to get in. I did access bars, I'm a Reiki master, some Kundalini, some shamanic work, which is ancestral and generational healing. And through all that, I was doing it for my healing, but then I realized I'm supposed to be spreading this healing. The world needs this, people need this.
Yeah.
We're all going through stuff. We all have a
Yeah.
story. And
Yeah.
maybe some are more worse, than like more extreme than mine, and some
Yeah.
not. Like I've started
Yeah.
over 7 different times. And,
Yeah.
through each climb, I felt, my faith more, connecting to my higher
Yeah.
power, knowing that I'm
Yeah.
not alone, seeing miracles happen, and seeing the bond between me and my daughter and how she drives me.
Yeah.
It was just so beautiful and powerful, and at the same time connected to my work.
Yeah.
And I just feel that massage is so much more than, "Oh, I'm gonna go get a massage," like
Yeah. It is.
it's a healing experience.
It
At
is.
least
It
mine
is.
is a healing
Yeah.
experience. And each
Yes.
client, I give 150% because that's what they're coming to me for, and that's what they deserve, and their soul and their trauma and all of that is calling. And I feel, I get to use my gifts and
Yeah.
my story to connect and heal. So,
Yeah. I love it. I also, love the part where you said, listen, I started over 7 times, right? And that's so good because you never quit. I was listening in this morning when I was praying and I was, having my devotions, I was meditating, and I turned on the song by Yolanda Adams, and I posted in the Life by Design retreat group. It says, never give up, and she talks about even when you don't see the light, you don't feel like if it's going to happen, you've been trying so long, don't give up on you
yeah.
and don't give up on your faith. And the song, I love that song because it's so true. And so with you saying I started over 7 times, that means you've never gotten up, you've never given up,
Can't
that
give
you
up.
began, you never gave up. And sometimes that's what we have to do. We could never give up. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to have, have faith and just keep pushing, right? There's so many of us sometimes after one time it doesn't work, we're ready to fall apart. 2 times,
Yeah.
right? But and here it is. You said that you had your daughter. And you look at your daughter, you said, no, if nothing else, I got to push forward for her.
Yeah.
If I can't do it for me, I have to push forward for her. And 7 times. I think there's even, okay, so don't quote me on this, y'all, all right? Because, I may have it wrong. I think there's even a scripture that has said that a man falls 7 times. I'm not sure, so don't
Mm.
quote me. It's somewhere in there, people. Read it for yourself. But he got up,
Yeah.
all the time. In other words, that you could, my husband's probably good, saying, oh God, she could at least get that piece. Get that, get that scripture right. But you get, but you get up.
You get up
You
every
get up.
time.
And that's every single time. And look at you now. Go ahead.
And it's not only getting up, it's like that transformation, right? Like
Ah,
it's every time is a new growth, a new version of me, a better version of me. And going
yeah,
through that transformation, when you're in the cocoon, when you're a caterpillar to a butterfly, it's not a
yeah.
quick process, right?
It's
You're
not. It's
transforming
not.
into you're releasing, you're letting go. And each time if you choose, you have to make that choice. Nobody did anything
Yes.
to you. You chose
Yeah.
this, and this is our life
Mm-mm.
path. And anything in life that is worth becoming, getting to, developing,
Yes.
like you're
Yes.
gonna have to go through that, but that just brings out the best in you,
The best. This,
if you
yeah.
allow it to, or the worst in you, and that's your choice. And it's who you
Yeah.
choose to surround yourself with. I wouldn't be able to go through this if I didn't have an amazing support system, which is a
Yeah.
reflection of me, right? Of
Yeah.
choice, of the version I'm choosing to
I
be.
was going to say you chose to have that support system, and
Yep.
the support system is there. We get to choose our community. We get to choose our support system. And as you said, we could choose wisely or we could choose not so good, but it's
Yeah.
always your choice. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back for some more juicy, powerful conversation with Jacinta Sanchez. Welcome back, everyone, to Living Your Life by Design, Living a Life by Design with me, your host, Dr. Esther Graham, and I have my beautiful guest, Jacinta Sanchez. She's not just a guest, she's also become a very good friend of mine that I absolutely love and adore. And we've been having just a powerful, juicy conversation. So, Jacinta, continuing speaking about healing, we were talking about, your calling and, of course, the healing through massages. But let's talk about your breath work and the connection. Um, uh, the breathwork connection. I'm going to tell you, and you already know before I even ask the question, when I first saw you doing breath work, and I sat and I thought, what is this wooey wooey kind of stuff that's going on here, right? And so I just sat and I just decided I was just going to observe. And Jacinda would come over to me and she said, okay, that's fine. Just breathe anyway. And she said, breathe like this. And so I just start to breathe. And although my first um, connection with it, interaction with it was, let's say limited because I was still kind of, I'm not sure, right? Then the next time it wasn't like that. And I made a decision really from the first time with the limited breath work that I did there. I said, I need to have her at my retreat,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I brought Jacinta to my retreat in Phoenix. It was the marriage retreat. And of course, I had her do massages as well, right? Because when she was doing the breath work, I had no idea. I didn't know that she did massages until I decided I wanted her. And I said, well, what else do you do? And so she did that. And she even came and she also did sound healing. That entire weekend was phenomenal. And then, of course, since then, I've brought her back to my Life by Design retreats. She's come to my staff retreats. And of course, when I'm in Phoenix, I call Jacinta and I say, come visit me, come to my hotel room. She is just phenomenal, y'all. And she is someone that I will tell you, if you connect with me, you're going to experience her. Now, you don't have to connect with me to experience her, but I'm just saying that she comes to, I'm committed to that because she's just so powerful. And I see the work that she's done. So, Jacinta, for someone who has never experienced breath work, how would you describe what it is and why it can be so powerful in releasing trauma and stress?
So breathwork is amazing in so many ways, but when you realize that the medicine is within us and you just have to activate it, breathwork is an activator. So we take about 90 minutes, an hour to 90 minutes, and I guide you. So I do transformational breath work. And when I learned it was from 9D, and we really are talking to that subconscious mind where we have
Mhm.
our trauma is held, our cycles, our habits, our generational cycles, all that, right? So it's a way to unlock the body's own wisdom. It's all within.
Yeah.
And when you're breathing, it's an intentional process that helps bypass that busy monkey mind, the stress of the day, and not
Yeah.
really being able to connect within our body. It puts you into that state where and I am also using a certain playlist of songs that are going to trigger
Yeah.
you. I'm using
Yeah.
a script with a little bit of NLP in it where I'm talking
Yeah.
to your subconscious mind. I'm trying to push those trauma buttons. And as
Mhm.
you're
Mhm.
you're doing the breathing and inhaling, releasing.
Yeah.
Um, and it's really intense. It's not a meditative. It's not relaxing, right? It's
It's not, it's
transformational.
work. It's work.
It's work, and
And
you get
transformation
uncomfortable.
is work.
It is
Yeah.
work. And I try
Yeah.
and tell people, I'm like, get in it. Like this is transformational. We're not here to
Yeah.
just relax. There's times for that. And I love that kind of breath work as well, is always necessary. But at retreats, people are taking time to out of their life for a few days
Yeah.
to really go within and make some dramatic changes. And breath work is a
Yeah.
huge key to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's and everyone has a different experience. Sometimes
Yeah.
you people go somewhere else. Past loved ones come. A message comes from deep trauma, rises up and releases out of you. It's
And
beautiful.
releases. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely
It
is.
really
Really
is.
is.
And
Really is.
everyone needs
Yeah.
a release, especially
Yeah.
Americans. We go and we go and we go and we go and we stuff and we stuff. Where I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. And this allowed these 90 minutes, you really push, and it all leads out to a scream, right? Because sometimes you just
Yeah.
gotta scream it out. You scream it out and you release. And you're telling your
Yeah.
body on a mental, physical, and spiritual
Yeah.
plane, I don't want this anymore. It doesn't serve me. And then we
Yeah.
always end, right? Every time you release, you got to feel back up. So we always end with a beautiful memory of joy and peace.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then I really like to go into the sound healing after that, just to, kind of get let you come back, clear out the space
Yeah.
and bring some balance because it's all about
Yeah.
balance.
It really is. The other piece, uh, uh, Jacinta, what I realized too is number one, there's different types of breath work. And so I'm glad you mentioned that there's different types. I love the transformative type. I've did the other types as well, like the relaxing and all of
Mhm.
that. But since I started doing breath work and really began to embrace it, I've started just meeting uh, like scientists or like
Yeah.
that in their company they use breath work to work with vets,
Yeah.
in several, and I thought, wow, like breath work is also used to help veterans guys, release whatever trauma and everything. And there's several, places. I found it in Philly, there's in California, and then there's other places. And I was like, oh wow. And
Yeah.
so breath work is so important. And the scream, the release. I've seen men cry, women cry, people who hold it back, and then all of a sudden they're releasing. It was, like even with my staff, they asked, hey, we need to do this again.
Mhm.
We need to, because it was so releasing for them. It's powerful. I think that's, as you said, also, uh, coming to the retreat. People aren't coming there to do, you're coming for a reason, and transformation takes place at different levels. And so you've come to the Life by Design retreat. So living life by design. I
Uh,
believe in my community, listen, you got to believe in living life by design. So when you come, you've worked, you did the retreats, and what changes or breakthroughs have you witnessed with people um, when they allow themselves to receive the kind of mind and body and spirit healing that you're facilitating at our retreats?
yeah, at your retreats are so amazing because you have such a variety. You have people in their 20s and people in their 60s, right? Like there's this whole range of going through all these different lives and
Yeah, and
lifestyles,
they're
life traumas.
entrepreneurs, and they're this,
Yes.
they're that. They come from all walks of life.
And
Yeah,
they're all amazing always, but
yeah,
powerful, powerful people are always there, but also um especially in the older years, like a lot of this wasn't available back then. And
mhm,
now this is a new time and people are really, I think after COVID it really had people look within and be like, "Oh, okay, we got to look at this," right? So, at your
mhm,
retreats, I think everyone has had a different experience. I've had people who, like
yeah,
I said, like their past loved ones came, other ones they've even like thought that they fell asleep, but really then they were like, I had this amazing dream. And I'm like, no, that's your
yeah,
subconscious mind releasing. And even facilitating it, I think that each class is going to be, oh, well, it's just another class. No, every
yeah,
class is so different. Every session. And it goes so, and I notice with your ritual, because you do such powerful work. And we don't even really plan it this way, but it just flows in together with the same theme. And so it's all because it's all connected. But
yeah,
I think it's such a great addition with doing the personal development work and throwing this in. It just
yeah.
takes it to that next level.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's true. I think that connecting that to all of the personal development work, even the business development, because y'all, I believe that,
Yes.
many times our business isn't reaching the way that where it needs to go. Sometimes it's because we've got some personal development that needs to be done. I know a lot of that was actually true for me. Wherever you are in your journey in life, sometimes you have to look and say, okay, what is it now I need to release? What is it I need to do? And that's where the true transformation work begins,
And the
right?
what breath work does is it makes those limiting beliefs very
Yeah, yeah,
clear and it brings those up and then you get to blast through it. And you are doing it. I'm guiding you, but I
yeah,
think the
yeah,
powerful part about this is your breath is the medicine and it's that
yeah,
choice that you're choosing. Are you choosing to go all in? Or are you scared and judging and skeptical and stuff? So it's like, how do you show up in the world? How
yeah,
are you showing
yeah,
up in the session? And it
yeah,
goes together.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. So true. So we're about to take a quick break, everyone, and we will be right back with more juicy conversation on living your life by design. Welcome back to Living a Life by Design and with our special guest, Jacinta Sanchez. So, we've been having some really great conversation on the importance of breath work and massages because sometimes we just take all of this for granted. As you said, I believe that this should be a part of your self care. It's a part of my self care, and again, even massages, some people just jump up and say, "Oh, I need a massage." But what I have found, there's a difference in massages that you get. And I'm sure many of you have found that as well. And so I'm very particular in the type of massages that I get. I am extremely particular because I want my massages to be very healing for me, in my body and in my mind and in my spirit and my soul. And so I'm very particular with that. And what I love about Jacinta, again, it's the breath work coupled with the massage and sound healing, and it's just a wonderful experience. And so for me, Jacinta, this is a part of living a life by design, which brings me, y'all, to my event that's coming up, which is a Life by Design event, and it's an event that really combines personal development. It combines business development. When you leave any of the events, you're leaving out with a plan. And this year for me is especially important for several reasons. One, that you said, there's just so much going on in the world. And as Americans, we're always moving. If you're not an American and you live in America, you're connected to Americans, whatever it is, you're always moving. So you get what we're talking about. We're always moving. We're always doing things. And we never take the time to really do some deep healing, let's say some deep cleansing, and we are always in action. And so my theme for my event that's coming up in October is Your Next is Now. And this is talking about being in action because we should be, but this is also focusing in being in action in such at a deep level, right? That you get the exact results that you're asking for. And with this, it is not just I'm bringing in different guests. Of course, I'll be there. I'll be speaking. I'll be doing some things. Charcy Starks will be there. We've got different guests, and they're all bringing in something. And so again, our theme for October is Your Next is Now, and it's all about clarity. It's about alignment and action. A little bit of what we're speaking about today. And so, how would your work, whether it's breath work or massage, help people step into this kind of alignment in their own lives when we're thinking about your next is now?
Yes, I think well, I know that when you incorporate healing, self-care and healing into your routine, your monthly
Hmm.
routine, you're
Yeah,
really making that choice of taking that time, even if it's an hour a month, getting a massage,
yeah,
getting a healing massage, getting that transformational experience in that, doing daily breath works. I do have programs that where you can tap in and do a daily breath work, such as the MB30. And then also I really having a community where you're sharing
mhm,
these experiences as well, where you're just not going through it. Oh, I went to my massage. No, like talk about your experiences, talk about why you're so stressed out, and have
yeah,
that community be that release. And
yeah,
I do have to speak on, since I've met Esther and doing her retreats and stuff like that, it sparked something within me doing
yeah.
like the next
That's
is now.
good.
It is now. And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
since I've met her, I've really been pushing my breath work more. I've been I'm going to be starting weekly workshops, monthly workshops,
mm,
really getting out into the community. And I also launched my Girls Night In home parties where we can do a breath work party. We also take the spa to your house, and we take robe, slippers, spa decor, and you get 20-minute
mm,
massage, facial, and foot treatments. So I'm all about not just doing it for yourself, but doing it with your
yeah,
people. And
yeah,
when we
yeah,
can make it normalized, and of course I'm getting my massage, of course I'm doing some breath work, of course I'm
correct.
doing some meditation, of course I'm meeting for prayer. Like we're doing this in a community, and that's so special
Yeah,
as a community and
yeah.
healing.
So let me ask. So if you're not in the Phoenix area or you cannot get there, Do you do anything virtually that where people can
Yes.
connect with you and say, "Hey, I'd like to schedule weekly breath work. Can you do it virtually?" Because I've had people ask me. So
Yes, so I can take we can do it on Zoom. Um
yeah,
and it's just as powerful. I actually learned so my where I learned breath work, they're actually in Bali. So I
yeah,
went to the best breath masters, and it's so powerful because I'll have you have your earphones on, and when I do my breath work, we do 9D. So you wear earphones and an eye mask, and I'm guiding you through that. It's like
yeah,
I'm there with you. And I can
yeah,
customize your breath work as well. And I also do like other types of journeys and stuff online where we can
yeah,
tap into deeper layers. And I even do a little
yeah,
NLP. So I do transformational breakthroughs. I do, and we can do it on a regular basis. And we have a whole library to just go as
yeah,
deep as you want.
yeah. So, how would anyone reach you? How can they connect to you?
So, you can go to my girls' night in homeparties.com. And also you can find me on Instagram, girlsnightinhomeparties.com, or girls' night in at
Yeah,
girls' night in home parties. And I'm also on Facebook as well. I am creating right now. A platform so it can be easier to do our online sessions, but
yeah,
you can also call me at we can leave like the links,
yeah,
um and I do everything, so you can call me, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, website, or email. So I want to spread this medicine so much, and I'm really getting excited on different ways to connect. I'm going to be doing, like I said, group breathwork sessions on probably Facebook or Instagram Live.
yeah,
And then, but I really want to customize your session so we can
yeah,
really
yeah,
go deep and do the
yeah.
work.
Yeah. And honestly, even for me as a whole, for my group, and you guys, if you're going to plan on coming to any of my retreats or anything, you're going to meet her, and she customizes what she does for me and for my community. So I am super excited about that. Welcome back to Living a Life by Design with my wonderful guest, Sanchez. So, Jacinta, you have come to my retreats. I've mentioned this before, and we've worked together a bit, and you come in just to see me at the, giving me my massages and everything. But what I want to ask you about when you've come to the retreats, and I think you kind of mentioned this prior, what type of transformation has taken place just from coming to a Life by Design retreat? Because sometimes I'm asking this because people want to know what are the results that you're getting. And sometimes people think, oh, and they're looking at, is it really worth it? And I'm always like, it's worth every last dime of it. I've had someone say to me, oh, I could go on vacation for a lot less than that. This isn't about a vacation.
Mm.
Not that you don't need a vacation, but by the way, you're going to get your relaxing time and fun vacation time. But when you leave, there's transformation that takes place from the inside out. So, can you just talk to everyone? Tell us a little bit about what has happened with you on this coming from the retreats.
Yes, so I love your events. You do have an amazing way of mixing relaxation with transformation. And I've gone to retreats and it's just like workshop after workshop after workshop after workshop. And you give
Yeah,
this that space and time to really integrate. And I think a lot of people forget about that, and it's really powerful.
yeah,
Um, I I love going to your events because when people come in, they hold a certain energy, and you can feel the
yeah,
weight on them, and and nervousness and even excitement, but you can really feel what they're carrying. And by the end, I mean, you become family. Like you
yeah,
really
yeah,
have an amazing, beautiful way of going deep
yeah,
and speaking to people's soul. And it's not a vacation, right? Like it's a choice. It is absolutely. 100% worth every single penny. You're paying this money not for a vacation to change your
Yeah,
life. You've been carrying
yeah,
all this for years and years and years, and you go and you take 5 to 7 days
yeah,
and you shift your whole life. It's priceless.
yeah, yeah.
And if it's beyond the money, it's beyond, well, what am I going to get out of this? What is this? It's
Mm,
shifting things in your soul. You're clearing
mm,
generational and ancestral traumas that we've been carrying, and you're
mm,
allowing this healing, and you're connecting with these amazing communities
yeah,
that we still talk all the time, at least a couple
yeah,
times a
yeah,
week in our group. Like
yeah,
you create this amazing bond that you can't buy,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And you
yeah.
really realize in the experiences of just being around you and John and your and Charcy and all of her leadership, you're not that you want for nothing.
Yeah.
They're there for you. Before you put your glass down, they have it refilled. Before, when you're done eating, they take it from you. Like they are catering to you all the way with love too. It's not like expected. It's just you're surrounded in love, you're surrounded in safety, and you have this container of where your soul can just release. And so if you haven't experienced Esther, and her community and what she brings, she will definitely change your life. My life has transformed since I've known her. And I know that her and her events is that spark that sparked it, and the way that they see into you, the way that they see who you truly are beyond the trauma and the excuse and this
Mhm.
happened, da, da, da,
Yeah,
right? All that, there's no judgment. It's just pure healing, growth, and empowerment.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for saying that. So you guys would know. I did not ask her this before. It was just an
No,
impromptu
I tell
question, but
people
she
all the
did a great.
time.
Yeah.
Her podcast, like my mom listens to it, my best friend, people who need to be inspired. I share all of her stuff. She is amazing and she's a blessing. And if you allow her, her events, her podcast, just her
Yeah.
being in your life, you will be transformed.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, but all of that, and thank you again so much. I'm honored and I'm humbled. It's just a calling, it's like we talk, what you do is a calling. And while she says I've blessed her life, she's really blessed my life with what she's doing. And I love, even on the massage table, a lot of times, I like to be quiet, but I enjoy talking to Jacinta, and it's just it's just very healing. And so you've blessed my life as well. And that's why it's like, no, let's get you out there, so the world can experience you, so the world can experience you. Because if we keep everything to ourselves, then we limit ourselves, right? And
Yes.
that's why I do what I do. And even with my live event coming up in October, I'm so super excited about it because I want people to meet the people that I know at some level, and to help you get into action, to help you broaden your horizon even more than what it is, like expand your territory even more than what it is right now, to like expand your thinking, to move from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, to maybe embrace some things that you may not be very familiar with. Or maybe you'll get this great idea like, oh, I didn't even think about doing that. And
Yeah.
here it is. It's such a great, the retreats, the live event, it's such a great networking opportunity. I personally like to call it a great alignment opportunity, you
Yes.
know? Yeah, because you get to meet people that you may be very much aligned with. And then the next thing you know, you guys you partner with them to do
Yeah.
business,
Yeah. It's
you
powerful.
partner with them. It's powerful. You promote them, you support them. They do the same for you, and this is how community grows.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? This is how community grows. It's like we don't keep all to ourselves and, oh, this is just me. No, no, no. Let's make the world a better place. Remember that song way, way back? This will date me, y'all. Well, maybe not, because I think they're doing the remix now. We Are the World. Remember that
Hmm.
song? Yeah,
Hmm.
but that's it. If we just kept it to
Yeah.
ourselves, we are the world,
But you have to show
and
up. You have to show up
God is,
and
thank
step into
you.
that community and
Yes.
say you're worth it and call those those
Yeah.
soul family, and now I know people all over the world because of this.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what did you just say? You have to do what? Show
Yeah,
up.
you have to show up. Yeah.
Yeah. And then here it is. And you got to decide when you're going to show up and how
Mhm.
you're going, you're in choice with that.
So choose
You're in
now.
choice. So choose right now. And here you are. I have to tell y'all, this week was Tuesday, right? Tuesday was your birthday. And I have to admit, I didn't wish her happy birthday on Tuesday because the day I was like, oh my God, just Santa's birthday, you
Mhm.
know? Um, and even on her birthday, while she's getting in some fun time and happy time with friends and family, what were you doing?
I was doing a retreat. I was doing
Mhm.
healing and breath work and sound healing and massages, and I was,
Yeah,
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 because
yeah,
that's my calling. And I love that I was able to start my year off.
yeah,
This will be an amazing year because we're here for
yeah,
transformation and change. So,
yeah, yeah,
yep,
yeah. And
that's
and
my,
was it like a job for you? Like, oh, were
it's
you
not
like,
a
oh, I
job.
gotta go?
No, I loved
Exactly.
it. I love, and
Yeah, yeah,
everyone needed
yeah,
it, and everyone
yeah,
was just
yeah,
so. And this is an annual trip that these girls do, and they're like,
yeah,
this was the best one yet because we
yeah,
usually we don't get that time for self-care, and
yeah, yeah.
so they
That's
will
it.
be adding it every
Yeah,
year. So,
yeah, yeah. And this is it. When it's not a job, when you're really passionate, when you're divinely called to do something, right? And you are passionate about doing it, it's no longer a job,
no, mm-mm.
right? It's something that you love to do.
Yes,
And
it's a
so
blessing.
even it's a blessing. It's
Hmm.
a blessing, and that's where I think we have to get to if we're not there yet or be on that journey. And I think that's what the live event is about in October. It's like, what's your passion here? What are you divinely called to do? And if you are walking and you have implemented, you're in action with what you're divinely called to do, what's that next step that you need to take to go to the next level? Because here's the other thing, we are created for more. We're not created for less. We're
Yeah.
not created to be stuck and limit
Mm-mm.
ourselves, right? We're not created to live in mediocrity and say, okay, well, I've accomplished this and that's good. We are created to go higher and higher and higher. We are created for more. So then what's that we could do? And by the way, this isn't just me talk. This is for me. And I believe that the message is first to the messenger. I 100%. So this is for me. I speak to myself as I speak to you. What is it? Are you limiting yourself, Esther? What is that next step? What is it that you need to be in action right now,
Yeah.
not tomorrow?
And get
You're
the
going to wait
support,
till,
get the guidance and support in the community.
yeah, yeah,
And because when you're stuck in those limiting beliefs, you need those mentors and teachers and ways to
exactly.
illuminate. Because if you're in that dark space,
Yes,
if you're
yes,
stuck in life right now and you're searching and you're hearing this, that is your
yeah,
sign. That is your sign right
yeah,
now that this is to
yeah,
take the next step. Choose
yeah,
you, choose your growth, choose your
yeah,
community, but it's
yeah.
your choice. So choose now.
Always, Rachel. Choose now, choose now. And listen, y'all, again, I can't wait to see you there. The information is all over social media. If nothing else, you could go to fddwomen.com and you'll find it there and choose now. The opportunity of a lifetime is only available during the lifetime of the opportunity. So
Yeah.
make sure that you don't miss this opportunity. Jacinta, thank you so much. Do you have any last words or
No,
anything else that you want to share?
just thank you so much for being a part of my life and community and all. Um, when I was going through my stuff and had a real talk with me, and it shifted everything and my perspective has changed, and I'm ready to spread my blessings, spread my healing, and I'm so excited to spread all my gifts with everybody. And thank you so much, Esther. You're amazing.
Again, everyone, my live event is October 10th. It's on a Friday. However, we do also have, this is for the general admission. And then, of course, we have the VIP that will actually begin on the Friday Thursday evening, and it will end on Saturday on the 11th. And so I'm so looking forward to this live event. We've got some special things, and you're gonna be getting some special things from Jacinta that she's not aware of totally as yet, but she will be. And it's like, when I get these things and I hear, it's like, oh, God says do this, and that's I just do. I'm very obedient, and so you'll get to experience some things, especially when you come to this live event. So the link will be all over the website. It will be linked in the podcast where you can register. You don't want to wait too long. It's in Wilmington, Delaware. You want to reserve your hotel room. Again, this is October 10th for all day, which is a Friday, but technically it's 9th, the 10th, and the 11th if you're going to upgrade to VIP. I cannot wait to see you guys there. Listen, your next is now. It's not someday. It's not next year. It's right now, so stop waiting, stop waiting and really jump in. It's time for clarity. It's time to rekindle that dream. It's time to be aligned with what you have been divinely called to do. Right? It's not like a harebrained thing. I know I'm called to do this. This has been in my heart. It's been in my soul. Or I'm doing this, but I know I need to get more. I need to go to that next level. And right now I feel stuck. Well, this is the place that you'll get unstuck. This is the place that you're going to get so much from all of our guest speakers, including myself. They're going to pour into you, and you'll be able to walk away with a plan to be in action, not the next day, that same day. So I can't wait to see you there. I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe, become a friend on my Life by Design community on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever your social media. Check out the podcast all over the world. Love you guys. Take care. God bless you, and see you next time on Living a Life by Design with me, your host, Dr. Esther Graham. Bye.
You have been listening to Living a Life by Design, the journey back to you, and living 365 days of purpose with host Esther Graham. Listen or watch live every second and fourth Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Discover that what is possible is already in you. God designed a phenomenal life for you. Esther helps you ignite that energy behind your personal journey for a deeper joy and peace, living 365 days of purpose. For more information on living a life by design, visit fddwomen.com.